One thing I see pretty often in videos is, people talking about how to cone people off and different counters to that. So, the standard is they're building up, you're a little bit lower, you throw that cone up, try to get a trap kill or retake high ground. And the consensus for countering this is, you throw up a wall, and now when you're running up this staircase, the pyramids don't go over their staircase unless you jump up and try to like get a weird angle, which is pretty inconsistent. So one way to still get a cone off on people who do this is if you know you're already at a height disadvantage, run along the right side of your staircase, and you can still put a cone up from a standing position here. You can even put walls if you aim it kind of between this wall and the staircase. You can put walls up and get a trap off, or just try to retake high ground, whatever your goal may be. So the counter to that counter, of course, as a counter to everything, would be when you get close enough and you think somebody's savvy enough to still hit that right angle cone, is you start placing left walls as you build, so like that. And the situation for this person now becomes they can't place it again unless they get up, they can't do it from low ground unless they get up close and they jump, which isn't gonna happen. So, and you can't do it from this side because your crosshair is on the right side of your body, so there's nothing you can do from this side unless you go for like a jump and then you catch yourself on a staircase. But that's a pretty awkward way to play, and from this position here you're not really going to get like any kind of trap kill, because all of this stuff is going to be your opponent's. But it's food for thought. So another tip I thought of was basically first shot accuracy. When you uncrouch, it takes a good second before you get first shot accuracy again. So if you're trying to uncrouch and immediately shoot somebody, you have to factor in the bloom, which could result in you completely missing. So one trick to reduce the time you have to wait to regain first shot accuracy, so if you're behind cover, somebody's running up over here and you want to shoot them, normally you do that and then your bullet's not always going to go right where your crosshair is. So to get quicker first shot accuracy, all you really want to do is tap a directional key as you hit space. So like that, I hit S in space or A in space, so now I don't have to wait that full second to get first shot accuracy. So if you have good aim and somebody's moving up this way, you can get the perfectly accurate shots every time if you time it right. And in Fortnite, there's some things like that that are, it's hard to explain the significance, but it's kind of every second counts. Usually if you're the first person to start spraying at somebody with an AR, there's a level of distortion when you're getting hit that makes it kind of hard to accurately shoot someone back if you're getting hit. And it's just a little edge you can have to help you win gunfights. One thing a lot of people do when they're camping in 1x1s is they cone themselves off and then they walk up and to be able to see outside their 1x1. So just doing a regular staircase is kind of inefficient, and nobody wants to try to jump on the floor like that because it's pointless, and if your pyramid gets broken, you're left kind of exposed. So when I'm at the top level of a base, sometimes I prefer, instead of a staircase, I put down a pyramid of my own, and then if you do the two corners and you come up to the middle, you're so high that you can actually see all the way around you, and you can click the tiles for a little bit more visibility, but you get a much wider kind of range to scout out your one by one when you're in the top middle like this, rather than being pressed up against one wall with the tiles in your face. And another reason I like this is because it's easy to turn it into a staircase, and depending on if the storm was in these two directions over here, you can turn it into a kind of like a two-layered ramp, which gives you more more angles to cover without needing to constantly re-edit your staircase. And I find it's a little bit of an easier angle to do the first shot accuracy, since they changed the way that the models work, crouching and crouching. It's a little easier to pull off on a more gentle slope. So that's probably the last tip I'll think of for this video.